didn't think I lived 19 years until I thought about it. I remember the first time I met him, some guy in 4th grade came up to me and said, "Hey, let's go by this new guy's house." So we went down there, and there's Steve. He's 3 feet tall. He's wearing a leather vest with fringes. And the guy says words like "I dear," "ya," "auntie," "car," "pie." I figured this guy needs help. So I introduced him to all the cool people in 4th grade. And the rest was history. Actually, I'm kind of unfortunate not to be privy to a lot of the times that Steve had in college, but I guess it's my unofficial duty to fill a few people in on some of his younger days. Sitting here and listening to all the poems and everything, it's just been flying by my mind. It's just like a movie and fast forward. One incident that comes to mind that I think I should try to share with you, and hopefully you can get the visual image that I got as it approached me. Steve and I, probably the best job that I ever had was sealing driveways. It turns out it was probably the best job Steve ever had because we ended up sealing the Fuchsia's driveway. By the way, you still owe us $60.
What about a
Steve used to drive a little Carmen Ghia. Had no back seat, which is where I used to ride when he and his girlfriend at the time, Nancy Cannon, was in the front seat. But for some reason, I wasn't in the back seat at the time. Steve had 3 cans of driveway sealer, and I can't remember the errand that we were running, but he left, and I left 5 minutes later. When I got out of the subdivision and took a left onto the main road, I see sirens and cops and fire trucks. I look to my left, and there's this Carmen Ghia. It looks like an accordion. And then there's Steve. He looks like he's right out of the Lou Rascals. I mean, this guy is covered from head to toe in tar. And I am not exaggerating. You can see only the whites in his eyes. And God love him, he thought I was in the back seat at the time. I remember the first time that Steve went out with Lisa. Actually, it was my sister that fixed them up. And I talked to Steve the next day. Well, how was it? 2 words. Great body. Actually, I wasn't even going to mention this, but Adele over there, Adele, I'm not sure exactly what your relationship is. Adele is a cousin of whose I'm not quite sure right now, but she reminded me of a story a couple years ago, and this kind of typifies Steve and Lisa's relationship at times. We had this massive float trip planned, and Debbie and Rob were even on it. I mean, this thing was in the making for months. We had coolers, we had meals, we had raincoats, we had everything. 3 hours away, we met 6:30 in the morning, little drizzle. We drove 3 hours, still drizzling, got out of the cars, got in the buses, drove to the river, got in the canoes, still drizzling. enough to grow up in a family like I was that had two sisters and a fairly fashion-forward mother that picked out a lot of our clothes. I don't know if anybody heard, we had a bachelor party last Saturday night, and it got a little out of hand at times. Marion happened to have bought Steve a real nice shirt for Hawaii. And like Marion, I am kind of a saver type person. Enough said about the bachelor party. I could go on and on, but I know a lot of people want to talk here. It's going for a nickel now. Okay. Pardon me? I just want to wish Steve and Lisa the best of luck. I love them both, and I think they're going to be one fantastic couple for the next several hundred years.
All right, hold on. Okay. Lisa, you've been assisting me. We've been through so much together that I can't even begin to tell our stories, and I can't even begin to talk about it.